Just settled into my first class seat when a flight attendant approached, her expression apologetic. Mrs. Sterling, I'm terribly sorry. Due to overbooking and the captain's request, we need you to take the next flight out. My eyes darted to my seat. There, wrapped in my husband Blake Harrison's pilot jacket, sat Chloe Davis, his childhood sweetheart. She was curled up, her face half buried in the uniform collar. Ava, I'm so sorry. It's just so stormy, and I'm so scared. I ignored her, pushing past the flight attendant and heading straight for the cockpit door. Blake emerged from his seat. His gaze was cold, final. Ava, Chloe's always been timid. She only feels safe when I'm flying the plane. As my wife, you should understand. Let her have the seat. So you do remember I'm your wife? I let out a dry laugh. 3 years ago, when my appendix nearly burst and I begged you to fly me home for surgery, what was your excuse? Blake's frown deepened, his annoyance plain at being challenged in front of so many people. He closed the distance between us, his voice dropping into the cold, condescending register he used on junior staff. Regulations prohibit transporting an unstable patient. It was a policy call. My gaze shifted past him to Chloe. Her phone screen glowed in her lap, the lock screen showing a brazen selfie taken from inside a cockpit, her cheek pressed against Blake's in the pilot's seat. A fresh wave of fury crested in me. And you must know the regulations prohibit taking passengers into the cockpit for photos? Blake stiffened, a flush of anger creeping up his neck. Chloe was curious. I let her look for 1 minute, that's all. Just then, Chloe let out a sharp yelp. The paper cup in her hand slipped, sending a splash of scalding water across her own skin. Oh, that hurts so much. Blake's head snapped toward a flight attendant. What are you waiting for? Get a burn kit, now. Then he turned to me and ordered the flight attendant to escort me off the plane. A staff member stood awkwardly beside me, holding my carry-on. I snatched it from his hands and stepped back into the relentless rain, soaked through in seconds. I stood there, watching the plane bearing my family's Crest taxi toward the runway. Finally, I pulled out my phone and made a call. I spent the night in the VIP lounge. Early the next morning, a Snapchat from Blake appeared, a screenshot of a $5,000 transfer. A voice message followed seconds later, his tone dripping with condescending reassurance. Last night was an emergency. Sorry for the inconvenience. Use this to book another first-class ticket, or buy yourself a bag to cheer up. Chloe's young and fragile. Don't pick fights with her. I didn't reply. I just blocked him. The house was silent when I returned. On the table sat a neatly wrapped gift bag, Blake's apology, delivered after he landed the night before. I opened it. Inside lay a bottle of perfume, a generic staple from the duty-free shop. The irony was almost physical. It was the exact man-magnet fragrance Chloe had raved about on her social media. Before I could even move to throw it away, the front door slammed open. Blake was back. He still hadn't grasped the gravity of anything, walking in with a couple of his co-pilots, their laughter and casual banter filling the silent house. Chloe followed close behind him, clinging to his arm like a trophy. When he saw me on the sofa, Blake's smile wavered for a second. He walked over and gave my shoulder a patronizing pat. Why are you ignoring my messages? Still in a mood? My friends are here. Chloe even bought groceries to cook as her way of apologizing. Be the bigger person. His co-pilots joined in, their voices a chorus of false diplomacy. Blake does care, Ava. He bought you that perfume. Come on, Chloe's not as strong as you. Just let it go. I sat perfectly still, watching them systematically dismantle my feelings and expect me to smile through it. Then I rose slowly, my eyes locked on the hand he still had on my shoulder. Take it off. Blake froze. Ava, are you serious? I told you it was a special situation. Can you stop being so unreasonable? I picked up the freshly printed documents from the table and slapped them against his face. All I know is you abused your authority. You illegally kicked me out of first class and took my seat. That's a serious violation of passenger rights.